the managers who have won the Champions League since 1992. Since the rebranding of the Champions League in 1992, some of the most legendary managers have put their hands on the trophy. Here they are. 1992-93, Raymond Goethals. Raymond Goethals was the first manager to win the rebranded Champions League, leading Marseille to a 1-0 win over AC Milan. He left in 1993 after Marseille were stripped of their French title.
Breaking news.
1993-94, Fabio Capello, Italian legend. Fabio Capello led AC Milan to 4 titles in 5 seasons in the early 1990s and led AC Milan to Champions League victory in 1994, beating Barcelona 4-0 in Athens. He later guided them to the Super Cup victory against Arsenal. 1994-95, Louis van Gaal. Louis van Gaal led Ajax to an unbeaten season in the Dutch league before beating AC Milan in the 1995 Champions League final. Patrick Kluivert's late goal ensured a 1-0 victory. 1995-96, Marcello Lippi. Former Juventus coach Marcello Lippi led Juve to 3 consecutive finals in the 1990s, winning the first against Ajax on penalties, before losing to Borussia, Dortmund and Real Madrid. He later led Italy to a World Cup victory in 2006. 1996-97, Ottmar Hitzfeld. Ottmar Hitzfeld led Borussia Dortmund to Champions League glory in 1997, beating Juventus in the final 3-1. Hitzfeld helped Dortmund beat Manchester United in the Final Four that year but lost to United in the 1999 final. 1997-98, Jupp Heynckes. Jupp Heynckes was the manager of Real Madrid for their 7th European Cup win in 1998, ending a 32-year drought in the European competition. His side beat Juventus 1-0, but he was still sacked after Madrid finished 4th in La Liga. 1998-99, Alex Ferguson. Premier League icon Sir Alex Ferguson was the mastermind behind Manchester United's 1999 treble-winning season, winning the Premier League, FA Cup, and Champions League. His side left it late, scoring 2 goals in added time to beat Bayern Munich 2-1 in the final. 1999-2000, Vicente Del Bosque. Before leading Spain to World Cup and European Championship glory, Vicente Del Bosque led Real Madrid to 2 Champions League successes. In his first game in 2000, he led Madrid to a comfortable 3-0 win over La Liga rivals Valencia. 2000-01, Ottmar Hitzfeld. Ottmar Hitzfeld was the mastermind behind another Champions League success in 2001, leading Bayern Munich to a penalty shootout win against Valencia. It was a return to glory after his heartbreaking defeat in 1999. 2001-2002, Vicente Del Bosque. Vicente Del Bosque led Real Madrid to his 2nd Champions League title in 2002, beating Bayer Leverkusen 2-1 in the final thanks to Zinedine Zidane's incredible strike. Shockingly, he was sacked in 2003. 2002-2003, Carlo Ancelotti. Italian legend Carlo Ancelotti has had numerous successes on the continent, and his first Champions League success came in 2003 with AC Milan. In a terrible final, Milan beat Juventus 3-2 on penalties at Old Trafford. 2003-2004, José Mourinho. The special one, José Mourinho, earned his mantra after masterminding Porto to a shock Champions League victory in 2004, beating Monaco 3-0 in Germany. It was his first of 2 Champions League successes. 2004-05, Rafael Benitez. Rafael Benitez arrived at Liverpool in the summer of 2004 and miraculously won the Champions League in his first season. The team beat AC Milan on penalties after recovering from 3-0 down at halftime. Liverpool finished 5th in the Premier League that season. 2005-06, Frank Rijkaard. One of the best players of his generation and a 3-time European Cup winner as a player, Frank Rijkaard led FC Barcelona to Champions League success in 2006. beating Arsenal in the final, with Samuel Eto'o and Giuliano Belletti scoring the goals against Arsenal's 10 men. 2006-07, Carlo Ancelotti. After the disappointment of losing to Liverpool in 2005, Carlo Ancelotti got his payback over Liverpool in 2007, with Milan beating the 2005 Premier League champions 2-1 thanks to a brace from Filippo Inzaghi. 2007-08, Alex Ferguson. Sir Alex Ferguson won 13 Premier League titles and 2 Champions League trophies as manager of Manchester United, the second of which came in 2008 against Chelsea. It was his last before 2 final defeats at the hands of Barcelona. 2008-09, Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola's innovative tiki-taka football was unplayable in Spain and on the continent for years. He won his first Champions League title in 2009, beating Manchester United 2-0 in the final. It was in this final that Lionel Messi announced himself on the global stage. 2009-10, Jose Mourinho. Jose Mourinho won his second Champions League title in 2010 with Inter Milan. He led Inter to the treble and beat Bayern Munich in the final, with Diego Milito scoring both goals. Inter secured their first Champions League title in 45 years. 2010-11, Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola beat Sir Alex Ferguson for a second time in the 2011 Champions League final, with Barcelona beating United 3-1. Goals from Pedro, Lionel Messi, and David Villa wrapped up Guardiola's final European triumph with the Catalan club. 2011-12, Roberto Di Matteo. Roberto Di Matteo is one of the most surprising managers to win the Champions League as a manager, taking over Chelsea as caretaker manager to lead them to semi-final success over Barcelona and beating Bayern Munich on penalties in the final. He was appointed permanent manager after the success, but was sacked by November. 2012-13, Jupp Heynckes. After the disappointment of losing to Chelsea the previous season, Jupp Heynckes led Bayern Munich to a historic treble the following year, beating Borussia Dortmund in the final. Arjen Robben's 89th-minute goal sealed a 2-1 victory. 2013-14, Carlo Ancelotti. After Sergio Ramos's last-minute equalizer, Carlo Ancelotti's experience in high-pressure situations paid off in the 2014 Champions League final, with Real Madrid scoring 3 goals in extra time to help Real Madrid see past their bitter rivals Atletico Madrid. 2014-15, Luis Enrique. Luis Enrique is attempting to win his second Champions League trophy as a manager in the 2025 final, but he secured his first 10 years ago, beating Juventus 3-1 in the final with FC Barcelona. That season, he won the treble. 2015-16, Zinedine Zidane. Real Madrid icon Zinedine Zidane took over from Rafael Benitez halfway through the 2015-16 season and led Real Madrid to Champions League success in 3 consecutive seasons, beating Atletico Madrid 5-3 on penalties. 2016-17, Zinedine Zidane. Zidane's second Champions League triumph came against Juventus in Wales, with Madrid having too much firepower for the Italian side. Cristiano Ronaldo scored a brace, while Casemiro and Marco Asensio scored 1 each as Madrid won 4-1. 2017-18, Zinedine Zidane. Zinedine Zidane continued his dominance at the top of European football in 2018, winning his 3rd straight Champions League final against Liverpool. Karim Benzema scored once, and Gareth Bale's spectacular brace sealed the 3-1 win. 2018-19, Jurgen Klopp. After his disappointment in the 2013 final against Bayern Munich, Jurgen Klopp finally led a team to Champions League success, beating Tottenham in the 2019 final 2-0. A Mohamed Salah penalty and a Divock Origi goal secured the deal. 2019-20, Hansi Flick. Hansi Flick led Bayern Munich to an incredible triple in the COVID-19 stricken 2019-20 season. Bayern beat FC Barcelona 8-2 in the quarterfinals before beating PSG in the final 1-0. He also led Barcelona to the semi-finals this season. 2020-21. Thomas Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel was the losing head coach in PSG's 1-0 loss to Bayern Munich in 2020, but he returned stronger the next season. PSG beat Premier League rivals Manchester City in the 2021 final after going into the game as huge underdogs. 2021-22. Carlo Ancelotti. Carlo Ancelotti returned to Real Madrid in a second stint and returned to winning ways on the continent, beating Liverpool 1-0 in the final. Thibaut Courtois was the man of the match in the game, and Ancelotti was fortunate enough to win the title. 2022-23. Pep Guardiola. After all the domestic success at Manchester City, the Champions League title was the only thing eluding Pep Guardiola. Guardiola masterminded City to an incredible treble-winning campaign and beat Inter Milan in the final 1-0 thanks to Rodri's goal. 2023-24. Carlo Ancelotti. Carlo Ancelotti won his fourth Champions League title in 2024, helping Real Madrid beat Borussia Dortmund in the final at Wembley. Dani Carvajal's and Vinicius Jr.'s goals sealed Ancelotti's final major trophy with Madrid. 2024-25. Luis Enrique. Luis Enrique won his second Champions League trophy as a manager in the 2025 final. He secured his second after 10 years, beating Inter Milan 5-0 in the final with Paris Saint-Germain. That season he won 4 titles. PSG defeated Inter Milan 5-0 to win their first ever Champions League title. Goals from Achraf Hakimi, Desire Doué, who scored twice, Kavica Kvaratskhelia, and Mayulu sealed the victory.